Hey, Brittany. Um, I'm going to go over this assignment with you so you understand what you made and why you made it and how to improve it. Okay, I'm gonna go over these errors right here. And just so you know for the future, look at error just means you made the same error twice. So I stated this error right here. Feels like white elephants shouldn't be um, in italics, which I'll go over with you again. And to look at error just means that you made those same errors twice. Okay. So this assignment was in the week two folder. And here are the PowerPoint notes, which I'm going to show in a moment. And then here's the assignment explanation. And that is the example right there. So what you were supposed to turn in was something that looked like this. It has the proper MLA formatting, the heading, title into bibliography, and then then your citations with a paragraph. The citations are in alphabetical order. I have here just two, but you actually for the assignment have four. Okay. And then this is what you turned in. Um, yours is, we do side by side. Okay. Trying to get this perfect. Okay, if we do yours and the sample side by side, you can notice that there's definitely some differences here. Here you've added this topic and thesis part, which, okay, I mean, that's not on my example, but I didn't take points off for that. I will talk about some of the things that you did inside of it that's just incorrect in general. Your title is bolded for annotated bibliography, mine is not. The titles for in MLA should not be bolded, the titles of assignments, that is. And then you notice here, okay, your citation is indented. The whole thing is indented. While mine is not. Mine has what's called the hanging indent, which in here I did go over. Let's see. Um, okay. How it needs to go all the way over to the far left side. It should be on the same plane as your heading. Okay. So, this is my example. Um, so here in your sheet, okay, you didn't really need this, but the main problem that you lost points off right here is that you have hills like white elephants in italics. But this is a short story. So if you remember, if you go back to week one and where we talk about titles and quotation marks, titles of short stories, poems, articles, songs, they go in quotation marks. The Road Not Taken, Bertha, Understanding Chopin. Okay. Um, so then even in the week two PowerPoint, where I say that you have to pick a story to read. Let's see if I have that in here. Okay, here we go. Unit one, essay, short story analysis. Okay, this is the week two PowerPoint. I have all the titles written in quotation marks. So I wrote them in the way in which you should have written them. So in your paper, in your assignment that you and you can say here it's a short story. I mean, it's a short story. So it feels like white elephant, which is elephant. So this should be S. And then this should not be in italics. It should be in, oops, it should have quotation marks. And the comma goes inside the quotation marks. So I'll fill in italics there again. Quotation marks. Okay. So each time you wrote that, I marked it as a duplicate error because it's an error that you've made multiple times. So there we go. There we go. I'm not sure why you underlined your thesis, but whatever. I didn't necessarily take points off of that one. This should not be okay. So your citations need to begin over here. See, it needs to be on here. And I mean, while we're talking about this, I guess if this is the title of your assignment, so the title of your assignment should go after the date. Really, it should be the first thing there. Okay. And then you need to have the hanging intent, which is the first line of your citation goes to the very same edge as your heading, but then subsequent lines of the citation need to be indented. As I demonstrated in the lecture, if you try to tab that second line, the whole thing gets pushed over. So then I discussed how if you go to the end of the previous line, right here, see, hit tab, it indents. So that needs to be done for all of them. Same here. If I go here and I hit tab, it's going to do that. But if I go to the end of the previous line, hit tab, boom, boom, it indents. Okay, so those need to be like that. So it looks like the example that I posted. I do post these examples so that way you can compare what you've done to the way that I want it to look. So that way, because oftentimes that's the best way for us to learn is just comparing things. All right, this right here. Nope. This needs to be not in italics. It needs to be hills like white elephants. And the commas go inside quotation marks. Okay. Okay, and then I think you have this comment missing right here. And I'm not sure why this apostrophe is inside of or on the outside of the S. If you know pot. Oh, that was supposed to be right there. Okay. Okay. So that's how you need to fix that. Okay. Oh, here we go. This is oops. All right. All right. So that's how this should look. Okay, you should your title up here. Again, as I kind of discussed on the week one PowerPoint, I'm not a professor. I mean, I don't mind being called that. It's nice, but people with doctorates are professors. And I don't have a doctorate, sadly. And I mean, I don't care if being called a professor, but I would never want to be called a professor in front of an actual professor. It's like being called a doctor when you're not a doctor. All right, here we go. So this can stay fine. Even though I did not ask you to do the topic or thesis, but you need to write the title correctly. Okay, so title correctly, and then your citations need to be all the way to the left to line up with your heading. But then the subsequent lines need to have it's called a hanging indent. All right, title needs to be written correctly. Now, at least they're in alphabetical order, which is good. W, M, D, C. So that's good. All right. So now this is formatted for the most part to be the same as my example. Okay. All right. I think that answers everything in your email. Let's see. I should have written this for citation. All right. And what does the error mean? Okay. All right. If you have any other questions after watching this, let me know and I'll be around.